Hey guys, what's up? My name is Amy if you're new here, and today I'm going to tell you guys all about I'm in Love with a Stranger on my EP 4am. This is the third song on the EP that I released on May 30th, so I hope you guys like it. I'm going to tell you guys about how I wrote it and what the inspirations were, so yeah. So I wrote I'm in Love with a Stranger in March of last year, so it was a really long time ago, over a year ago. But it was kind of unfinished, and so we kind of touched it up and finished it up this year. But at the time I had only released Falling Out of Love, and this was the second song I actually wrote, and so I really wanted to try like a guitar vibe and do more of an acoustic song. And so it was a guitar in the beginning actually, this song, but then later on we found out like the little kind of like the keyboard sounds. Oh my god, I don't even know what they're called. It's like the pretty little bubbly kind of sound. That sound ended up being better for like better fitted, I guess, for the song that we wrote. And so one thing I really like about the song that's different than everything else that I've written is that at the end it gets really slow and it sounds like nothing like how the song earlier sounded. So I really like that because it's very different, and that's the only part where I say I'm in love with a stranger. That part, and that's why I chose that, because I was going to originally name that song Tell Me, because I say that a lot a few times. I think I said it like 3 times or something like that. So I was gonna call it Tell Me, but I feel like all of my song titles are super like basic. I just feel like they're kind of like easy and simple, and so I wanted something a little bit longer. And you know, I always felt like song titles had to be like what you say the most in the song, or like something that's repetitive in the song. But I realized that you can name it anything you want. Like I literally called 2901 like that song. Those numbers mean something to me, and that's why I called it that, because it's my song and I can name it whatever I want. And so it doesn't always have to be like the words that you use in the chorus or something like that. And so even though I was going to call it Tell Me at the beginning, I decided to change it into I'm in Love with a Stranger, because overall, like, this song is about how I'm still here trying to move on and trying to let go of you, but you're just like, you know, it just seems like you don't even care, and you've just moved on so quickly, and you just forgot about everything that we had and that we went through, and it's hurting me. Like, that's basically where those lyrics were coming from. And so it was just about like, tell me why it's so easy for you to just forget about everything between us and just go on and live your life. Like, I'm still here trying to recover and heal. And so yeah, but it just felt like overall Tell Me would have been like the most basic title I could have given it, but like overall the song meaning is, you know, you're starting to forget about me and like you're living your life, and I'm over here trying to heal, and you know, I still can't really let go of the feeling that I had between us. And so it feels like now I'm in love with someone that I don't even know, because they're acting like they don't know who I am. I'm just in love with someone I don't even know anymore, and you know, we've become strangers. And that's what's sad about, like, you know, just in life in general, because a lot of people in our lives end up becoming strangers, and it's really sad. But anyways, yeah, that's basically where that kind of like title came from. I just felt like that was better suited for the song and like the meanings behind it. The reason why I changed the ending a little bit was to kind of experiment with something new. I wanted to try something that is just like feels like this entire song, like the vibe completely changed. And I thought that was interesting. I think I heard that somewhere and I got inspired by that, but I can't really remember at all what song that was. But yeah, like a lot of songs have like a really slow build up, and then it'll change into something more upbeat later on, which I think is a really cool transition, because it gives a more like interesting experience for the person who's listening. But it's kind of hard to do that. Like, you really have to start with like, so you're either going to start very slow and then go into something upbeat, or you could go into like something really fast and then slow down at the end, which is kind of what I was going for with that song. But yeah, overall me and Josh were kind of just experimenting with different types of sounds. And like I said, like up till like February of this year, for like over a year, like the song was entirely just guitar, but then we changed it, and then we kind of changed the sounds, and I liked it a lot better, like not as guitar, but having it kind of like with the pretty bubbly sounds that I don't know the name of, and just changing it up, you know. I do think that's like an ongoing thing for me. Like, if I am making a song with him and I'm not really crazy about how it sounds, and then we're writing stuff and it feels like, oh, like this is just what it's gonna be, you know, it's just the chords that have to stay the same. So if you want to change it from a guitar song to a piano song, or from a piano song to like just like entirely made from the computer, like with like what are they called? synths and stuff like that. I don't produce, if you couldn't tell already, I don't produce anything, so I don't know what the names are, but if you want to make it completely like organ, or if you want to change it to violin, like whatever, you know, like you just have to have the same chords and then it'll be the same song. And so I do think like experimenting with sound is super important, because I wasn't totally in love with that song when it was guitar, but once we changed it I was a lot happier with it. So I would say like that's kind of an important factor if you're not crazy about something that you're writing. Maybe it's the instrument, or maybe it's the lyrics you wrote, who knows, but I would say that just changing it up and changing, because you can change the song in any way you want once you've started writing, like you can still change it. So yeah, but anyways, that song is, yeah, the second song that I wrote, even though the second song I released was 2901, but the second song I had written in my songwriting experience was I'm in Love with a Stranger. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I was supposed to like release that next, but then that's when the whole COVID thing happened, and so we kind of like pushed it aside and tried something else and whatever. It was a really fun song. And also the album art, I talk about it in my Save Your Breath All About video, so you can check that out. It's an amazing illustrator named Bunjo-san on Instagram. He illustrated it for me and I'm super in love with it. But make sure you check out my website so you can see some like never before seen photos, and I update things over there, so make sure you check that out. I have a regular Instagram, like my main, and then I have a music Instagram, so you can go check those out if that interests you. And what else? I have a Facebook page where I just upload every single one of my new videos. But I hope you guys have been liking the new kind of content. I'm trying to change things up. I feel like even in this video I'm a little bit more chill than I usually am or was. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to create a more personable experience for you guys. Kind of stop being a little bit robotic, because I feel like for a while I was so focused on like getting professional kind of content out, I guess, but I really want to try and be a little bit more personable and like open with you guys, because I'm not really a public person. I don't really like to talk about personal things in my life on the internet or even on Instagram or anything, and so I really like to kind of like keep my own stuff like private, and I like to just be kind of closed off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be uploading another All About video soon, so make sure you check that out, and I have a playlist of that, so you can go check that over there. I will see you guys in the next video, and make sure you leave any requests in the comments below, any specific videos you guys want to see from me. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!